Welcome back to Benny's Custom Works, proudly supported by Valvoline and Sparesbox. Don't forget Benny5 on checkout. This week, we're back on the Pajero Mini. There's still heaps of stuff in the engine bay that I'm not particularly happy with, so today we're going to be tackling an all-new air intake system with provision to fit a snorkel later on if we want to. And we're also going to be replacing the plastic OEM blow-off valve, which is causing issues currently with boost control, with a nice new billet GFB item. This is our stock intake system. We've obviously now got everything off of the Pajero Mini. I did mention in the intro that we were having boost control issues with what I believe to be something related to the blow-off valve or the recirculation valve. It's a twin reference type diverter valve or blow-off valve or recirculation valve. Basically that means when it gets to a certain boost level, it will actually open the valve automatically and you start to get this sort of real bad surging or hesitation, which is exactly what we are experiencing at the moment. This whole thing obviously is not going to go back in the car, but we do have a neat little GFB valve which we're going to be putting directly off the intercooler. Now we will be plumbing it back, but we won't be doing that in this episode. So basically just want to get the intake in and mocked up. Then our next episode we'll be plumbing it back and sort of working out some of those nicer details, because it is going to be quite complex to try and run it back in, and I don't actually know where the new BMC airbox is going to fit yet. So I want to make sure that obviously we get that in the correct spot before we try and order parts and bends and silicons and all sorts of bits and pieces. So yeah, definitely want to get that in the right spot and make it all look neat. So we're going to now pull the airbox up, or open the airbox package, have a look what's in there and work out where's the best position to put it all in. So we'll keep on trucking and put this in storage because we don't need it. Make sure you feed your airbox the old bolts. Yes, it's the small one. In my head it was always going to go here. Now I know everyone's going to go, it's going to suck hot air, blah blah blah. The plan is to actually punch a hole through this inner guard and then snorkel it up the pillar. So I think we'll just stick with that, to be honest. We might even be able to use one of the original mounting holes and just make a real basic L bracket, or maybe not, because it's actually a little bit taller than I thought. If it's literally there, I think that will clear the bonnet, and then the hoses will basically just go around like that. Or we can go back a bit further, just literally cut it and fold it and send it on its way. This is basically just like a generic flat strip they give you so you can cut it and bend it and whatever to mount that airbox. So, well, it's not the prettiest. I mean, it does work really well, and it makes it pretty easy to tuck it wherever you want. So I think we'll just, for ease of installation and being also that we may end up changing it a little bit in the future, I think we'll just chop this stuff up rather than spend hours making a bracket to mount it, and go that way. Zinc. I love a good sticker peel. So you're probably wondering why we just cut up a brand new BMC airbox. Well, unfortunately, the spigot size on the airbox is, they're all metric. We can't actually get the right amount of silicon combinations to get to the 82mm spigot that we need. Most cars you can do that, but because we've got to go so small to the entry of the turbo, it's 1 3/4 inch from memory. Yeah, we kind of had to tape it from 1 3/4 all the way up to 3 inch, but only in 2 silicons. And the only way we could do that is obviously using 2 90s and kind of wrapping it around. So we've basically got a piece of 3-inch aluminium tube that we've bonded to the cover using some Permatex plastic weld. This particular epoxy setup is really good for actually bonding aluminium to plastic as well as other things. So yeah, I've had really good success with it in the past, so we've used it again today. Basically chucked the front half of the airbox in the lathe, machined as much of the shoulder off as we could without obviously compromising enough surface area to bond that too. So yeah, we've got that pretty well sorted now. It's actually almost already gone off now. So this stuff pretty much work hardens in about 15 minutes. So we'll throw the thing back together, and once it sets properly, we'll continue along with making our airbox and intake system. Sick. You can change it from complete plumb back to vent to atmosphere and anything in between. So we're going to set it to plumb back. So the trumpet's just going to sit there for lols. I might actually get a plug for that because GFB do a block off plug for them as well. But I will be using that nipple, and I do actually have a 25mm one as well. So this is 20mm, but we do have a 25, and we've also got a 25mm spigot. So if we want to change it later, we can put it on a larger tube. So I've got a piece of Racework silicone they do all the way down to 19mm. So that'll go on there nice and easily with a bit of lube. And I just need to trim that to size and work out where we're going to put this thing. That's really the best installation position, because when we go from there, we can plumb it back straight into there. Clip up. That's offensive. Pretty much sounds the same with the valve open or closed. Road test time. Oh, that's rude.
What a head turner. I think I like it better like that.
That's 100% fix that boost problem. Just 10 pound all the time. How good is a K car? You can be pinned in second on 10 pound and doing 48 kilometers an hour. Well, that's another successful episode on the Pajero Mini. It didn't quite go together the way I had planned, and we even got the blow-off valve plumb back in the end, so I'm really stoked with the result. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. And then next time we put a boost tee in it and put 14 pound up it. And hopefully it doesn't explode.